Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's Tumbler tutorial, we are going to be making a pink and teal Christmas themed tumbler. I am so into pink Christmas, especially when you pair it with like a teal aqua color. Obviously those are the colors in my brand. I love them and I love them together. So we are going to be making a cup that uses those colors and a few other fun elements to really spruce this thing up. So I really hope that you guys enjoy it. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below as well. I upload brand new Tumbler tutorials every Tuesday and Saturday, and you don't want to miss them, so make sure you're subscribed. I will have a list of all the products I'm using in this video down below in the description box. I'll also have some discount codes down there for you, of course. And I have links to all of my social media pages, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, all of that stuff is down there, as well as links to my Facebook group, Made by MANIANDMAL Makers Community. You can join that. And also my exclusive mentorship group, MBMM Elite. You can sign up for my Elite fam at madebymaniandmal.com/MBMM Elite if you want more content from me. Okay, I think that's it. I really hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go. So we are going to be using in this video a 30-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Craft Haven. We're also going to use some glitter from Peachy Olive Glitters, some new mirror chrome bubble-free vinyl from Teckwrap Craft. We'll talk about this a little bit later. It's awesome. And we're also going to use some pattern vinyl sheets, both from Peachy Olive Glitters. These are just perfectly my style. I love them so much. So our first step here is to map out where everything is going to go on our cup and figure out how we're going to get all of these different elements to fit on the cup in a way that makes sense. So the 30-ounce skinny straight tumblers are 9.5 inches tall, just about. So here I'm just kind of sketching out very roughly how big each of my sections are going to be. Now the smiley face pattern vinyl I want to be kind of like my starring role here. I want this to be the biggest section, and then the secondary kind of supporting actor I want to be that tree pattern vinyl. So those three sections are going to be bigger than all of our other sections, and then we'll kind of throw in the glitters and the vinyls in between to balance everything out. So once I had sketched out kind of the order in which I wanted to do everything, I took another sheet of paper and did some math to figure out exactly what the measurements on each of these sections would be. So I'm taking my glitter sections and my chrome vinyl sections, those are going to be smaller, and then the trees are going to be a little bit bigger. And then the smiley face, like I said, is going to be our biggest point. So I'm just doing some math here, kind of dividing up the 9.5 inches by how many elements or how many sections I have to work out what size each thing will be. Obviously, if you're using a different size tumbler or a different brand, you're going to want to measure and make sure that your measurements match the cup size. Now, initially in my first little measurement session that I just did right there, I had this tree vinyl set up at only 1 inch wide, and I realized that that wasn't going to show as much of the trees as I wanted it to, so I decided to increase the size of the tree sections, make them about 2 inches instead of 1, and then just decrease a couple of my other sections. So the smiley face vinyl, I had originally set it to be 4 inches tall. I decided to move it up a little bit, just make it 3.5, give us a little extra room to play with. Of course, these don't have to be like perfectly mathematically exact. Nobody's going to measure your tumbler. Just make sure that everything looks as even as it can as you're making this. Hopefully that makes sense. So once I'm done measuring my vinyl, I'm going to trim it all up, and we're going to apply the smiley face section to our cup first. Obviously, before I can apply the vinyl to my cup, I have to map out exactly where it's going to go. I want to make sure that it's in the middle. So I'm holding my measuring tape up to my cup, and I'm measuring out and just marking with a Sharpie, just with a little dot, each of those sections that we drew out on our paper. So I'm going to measure 1/4 inch, then another 1/4 inch, and I'm just going to dot out where each stripe is supposed to go so I can kind of know what I'm doing on the cup. Alright, once I've got everything mapped out, I'm going to put my smiley face vinyl right in that big middle section that I marked out. I'm going to make sure that everything lines up, and then I'm going to cut off all of these harsh edges from each end. Now, of course, this does not conceal the seam perfectly. It just makes it a little bit more seamless versus having just like straight edges down. So I'm going to cut all of those cut in half smiley faces off of each end, and then as you can see here, I'm going to wrap the vinyl around my cup, and I'm going to use one end to secure down to the cup just with a piece of blue painter's tape, wrap it around again to make sure it's going to work, and then I'm just slowly going to push the vinyl onto the cup and push away the backing in the process. I didn't speed this clip up, I wanted you to see exactly what my speed is as I apply this vinyl. After we have the vinyl on our cup, I'm going to take some more blue painter's tape and just tape off the top and bottom edge of the vinyl, because the next step is to glitter eventually. I did not press record when I applied this other section of tape, but basically I just applied another piece of tape to cover that section that's going to be next to the vinyl, if that makes sense. So I just put the tape edge along the next dot down, essentially, to mark that off. So now we're going to apply our trees. You can see here I'm just cutting out 2 little rows of trees, and that's going to be my measurement. And I'm going to place those in between the tape sections that we have. So I'm going to put the first one down at the bottom. I'm just cutting away a little bit of the backing, wrapping it around, same way I always do with vinyl wraps here. And then I'm just going to smooth it onto the cup and then repeat the exact same process on that top portion of the cup. Now we're going to add some glitter. So I'm going to remove that piece of tape that I added on top of the other piece of tape. So you can see we're revealing that little tiny 1/4 inch section. And I'm going to use that same piece of tape to tape off the next section in between. I hope this isn't super confusing. It's a lot of little stripes and a lot of little dots to keep up with, but essentially we're just going to glitter the 1/4 inch section that is next to the smiley face vinyl on either end. We're going to use 10, 12, 13 from Peachy Olive Glitters. It's a really beautiful fine cut mint glitter, and for the base coat we're going to use Tropic Bay Blue. It's acrylic paint, and I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Crystalac glitter glue to use as the adhesive for the glitter. So I'm going to base paint both of those sections and cover them in 10, 12, 13. I'm also going to remove this piece of tape up from the top, and I'm going to just reposition it so that we can glitter the very top stripe, and we're also going to glitter the very bottom stripe. So I'm going to put some tape down there, essentially just right on top of our last dot on our cup. It should be about 1/4 to 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom. So I'm just going to go in straight with the glitter glue. I'm not tinting it because the glitter color we're using is Kiss Me, also from Peachy Olive Glitters, and this is a like pink rose gold glitter, but it's got a lot of silver in it, so just using the stainless steel as our base is totally fine. So I'm going to apply the glitter glue, glitter the bottom of the cup, and then I'm going to repeat that exact same process up at that top stripe. I removed that tape right away and then let the glitter dry for a full 2 hours, and now I'm going in with the same Crystalac glitter glue to seal all of these sections of glitter. I'm just taking the glitter glue straight, and I'm going to cover all of these glitter sections to seal them before our next step. I'm going to let this dry for at least 2 hours as well, and as I'm going in, I'm kind of cleaning up with my fingers any glue that gets on those two stainless steel sections. So once all the glitter is sealed and it's dry, we're going to go in and we're going to add our bubble-free chrome vinyl from Teckwrap Craft. Now this bubble-free mirror chrome vinyl has air release technology in it, so it doesn't get any bubbles when you lay it down on your cup. It's super vibrant. They have 10 different colors of this new vinyl. The color I'm using here is called wine red. It also has a semi-transparent backing, so you can use that to help you place your decals or whatever on your cups when you use this vinyl. I do have a discount code with Teckwrap Craft, and these are available on Amazon. I'll have them both options linked down below in the description box. So we're going to use the wine red vinyl for 2 of our striping elements in this design, as well as a little bit of it later too. So I'm going to map off 2 1/4-inch stripes here and just trim them with my vinyl trimmer, and then we're going to put them in the sections in between the trees and our mint glitter. Now to finish off our last 2 sections of exposed stainless steel, we're going to glitter these as well. We're going to use Bubbly Toes, also from Peachy Olive Glitters, and I'm going to custom mix a little base coat here. So I'm going to use Touch of Pink and GP Purple, both from Delta Ceramic Coat, just regular acrylic paint. I'm also mixing in, of course, a little bit of the Crystalac glitter glue, and I'm going to tape off the trees and the glitter sections, you know, to make sure that we can not paint those sections because we don't want to do that. And then I'm going to base coat these areas and cover them with Bubbly Toes. Once that dried the full 2 hours, I spray sealed it with a coat of matte clear spray from Rust-Oleum, and then did 2 coats of epoxy on my cup. Each coat was about maybe 20 to 25 milliliters. And now we're ready to go in and add all of our vinyl striping detail. So I'm using rose gold mirror chrome vinyl. This is just regular mirror chrome. And then I'm using the champagne textured metallic vinyl. And then again, our wine red bubble free chrome vinyl. All 3 of those are from Teckwrap Craft. So we're going to start with the textured metallic, and I'm going to put this on either side of our wine red stripes on both the top and the bottom of the tumbler. And then we're going to take next our rose gold mirror chrome vinyl, and I'm going to put one of each of those stripes on the inside of our glitter section, so in between the mint glitter and our smiley face vinyl. And then next we're going to take our wine red vinyl striping, and I'm going to put that in between our tree vinyl and our Bubbly Toes glitter, again on the top and the bottom. We're just repeating the same pattern twice essentially. After the wine red, we're going back to the textured metallic. We're going to add a stripe of that in between our Kiss Me glitter and our Bubbly Toes glitter, both on the top and the bottom. And then finally, we are going to take 2 more of those rose gold chrome stripes and place them in between the textured metallic in the middle of the cup, right on top of that wine red, just to add a little bit of extra something something. So once that was all on, I added my final 2 coats of epoxy, and this is the final result. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up button down below. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.
Friggin' wackadoodle. Wackadoodle. Wackadoodle do. You know, right?